Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and talk about why I will be returning the large Sebenza 31 in Magnacut and to go from there. For everyone else, this is going to be a boring video, so just skip. But for everyone else who actually, like knife people, who are interested in the large Sebenza 31, I'm going to tell you why I didn't keep it and I don't really like it. And it's funny because I just made a video talking about it's in Magnacut. But I'm starting to realize that there are some things about this knife that I'm just like, yeah, I think I could return it. Okay, so let's start. I wrote some notes to myself, so I'm just going to try to arrange my thoughts as I can as I go. First reason is very subjective. It's ergonomics. For me, I actually much prefer the small Sebenza 31. This is the small Sebenza 31. My hand is about 3 inches horizontally in terms of my palm. So for me, I find the large Sebenza is just a little bit just not my cup of tea. See, this is about 3 inches versus the small Sebenza really fits my hand. And you know, the saying is the knife that you should keep is the one you're going to keep using. And I'm naturally going to be going for the small rather than the large. So as someone who owned the small and the large, I don't really see a reason to keep the large because the first reason is ergonomics. I will naturally go for the small. The second is depreciation. So I'm talking like right now, if you want to get a Magnacut large Sebenza 31, as in today, 2023, August, you're paying full pop. If you buy it used off someone off Knife Swap, you're paying full pop. To me, that's stupid. I'd rather wait and then just get it at a much discounted price. Because right now, if you try to buy it right now, you're paying full pop. Let someone else take the hit on depreciation. So what I'm going to do is basically just wait and then I'll just buy it used off someone else. If you buy it brand new, you're the sucker. You know what I mean? And right now, I was the sucker for a second, but I returned it because I'm like, you know what? I was thinking about it. Why do I have to buy this full pop? I'm just going to buy it off someone else just a little bit later. I can wait, you know? Because like I said, if you want the Sebenza 31 large in Magnacut, you are all paying full pop. Let someone else take the hit is my rationale. Okay, third reason. This is subjective, but I was thinking about it. I think there's better alternatives. What really does the large Sebenza offer? It is very safe, beautiful. It has it's very very sturdy, very good steel. Just overall a solid knife, but you can make compromises in different ways. So if you're broke, and you don't have much money, or maybe even if you do have a lot of money, what I'm starting to realize is you can just get the Morinif. This is about $20, and this is a great hard use knife that you can use, which does everything pretty much that a Sebenza can do. It's just not as pretty. Or what I'm coming to realize, and I'm going to talk about two alternatives that work for me, but it might not work for you, but it works for me in terms of my hands, okay? The first is, this is the Waypoint. This you can get for about $250, which is like way, way, way cheaper than buying the Sebenza large. And I actually think this fits better in the hand. It's just as effective. And it's kind of like, this is sort of like the true Sebenza medium because they have a Sebenza small and a Sebenza large. This is more useful for me because the Sebenza large just feels really unwieldy for me for my hands. Second knife I want to mention is one knife I think actually works for me, but it might not work for you, but it works for me. This is the Giant Mouse Tribeca. This is a happy accident for me. I was actually trying to look for something like the CRK Pete in Magnacut, and I was like, maybe this is it. Well, it turns out this is not a CRK Pete in Magnacut. It is just basically a bulkier version of the Pete. But what I realized, and it says right on their description, this is a outdoorsy used knife. It's a hard use knife, and I agree. I've been using this for a while. This is a very great hard use knife that is excellent ergonomics. As in, like, I put my hand around it. It just feels like it's just so easy to use versus the large Sebenza, which is right now in the post office, just felt really, really super awkward. So in general, what do people look for in knives? Well, the first thing is they look for ergonomics. Like, how does it fit in the hand? Well, the Sebenza large didn't fit well for me in the hand. Second of all is how effective it is. The blade, Magnacut. Hey, you know what? This is Magnacut too. You know what I mean? This is excellent steel right here. This is like good enough. You know what I mean? And the other thing also I want to mention is, let's see here. Okay, number 4, my fourth point. Now I'm skipping. And this is more subjective. You know what's making me a little nervous? And this is a little bit off topic, but this is actually another reason why I'm kind of veering away from buying the Sebenza large in Magnacut. I think Magnacut as like in most deals, are all going to get phased out by something better. You know why? Not too long ago, right? They had LCN, they had LMAX, and they were like, oh shit, LMAX, there's Vanix, there's M390, there's Nitro V. Well, fuck, like Magnacut came and be like, well, fuck y'all. Yeah, but do you think Magnacut's going to be good forever? Nah, I guarantee you someone's going to tweak with it and be like, oh, poof, we found, Forever Cut. Forever Cut is even better than Magnacut. We figured this out in about a fucking month. It's going to happen. I'm fucking telling you. So when you're stuck with the Magnacut on the fucking large Sebenza and they come out with Forever Cut, then you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So I think you're paying a premium for something that just isn't really, really, really worth it. Again, subjective. Another reason is I'm realizing I don't need Magnacut. Like, it's kind of like, okay, so hear me out, right? Here was my rationale, what I was thinking. Like, I don't need a large Sebenza Magnacut. I need a small Sebenza Magnacut. My rationale was this. Like, since I'm going to be using office stuff in the house, I'll just use my small, like, in a Sebenza 31. But for hard use things, I definitely need a large Sebenza Magnacut a large Sebenza in Magnacut. But what I realized as I thought about it more and more and more, I'm not a freaking Amazon person cutting up boxes and shit like that. I don't do anything. So what I've come to realize, for me, in my particular case, I need the small Sebenza in Magnacut, because the small Sebenza is what I'm going to be using 95% of the time. When am I going to use a large Sebenza? Like when I go camping? Like never? You know what I mean? So the knife that you're going to use the most is the knife that you should be spending the most attention to. And in my opinion, it's a small Sebenza. So my conclusion and why I'm returning the large Sebenza is for all those reasons. But in the end, I'm going to go with the small Sebenza in Magnacut. So that's my overall thoughts. Okay, you guys have a great day. All right, bye.